past, a lot of people did not have any banks. For a matter of fact, commercial banks emerged in the 19th century. So before that, people had to rely on their friends, their neighbors, their family members to find funds in order to finance their investment, to buy a piece of land, to buy livestock, or just to make ends meet. In many parts of the world today, well, the situation is not so different from the past in terms of access to banks, in terms of cooperation among communities. And today in South Africa, you go to small villages and they use this kind of system, peer-to-peer lending, that trust each other in order to borrow and lend money.
wakhe uMashandu naye nangu ku-300 uMamthethwa naye nangu ku-300 uHlako naye nangu ku-300 then uMamthethwa N naye nangu ku-300 then labo 300 bonke ke siba calculate then mase sibhala phansi ukuthi kube imali siyonke imali edlaliwe then sibhale then mase sibhala abayibolekayo ke manje ezokubona.
I'm the writer. I am the one who kept the books. Then when the dates come, I'm the one who writes all the names and all the money. Yeah.
Sekuphelile asicabangela ukusasa so size ngalokho ukuthi sizonisiza
ukuthi ngangiye ngidabuke uma ngithola ukuthi umuntu ezofuna usizo kumina uyabona thothi uzofuna usizo kumina manje lento ezehambe elifuna kwabanye ethi maye eyoboleka kwabanye labadlala izitokofela yabo imali mase kufanele ayibuyise bese ibuyisela sinenzalo ngabe sengiyacabanga mina ukuthi ingcono ukuthi ngibahlanganise sidlale ukuthi noma eyizalela azi ukuthi kuzobe kungeyakhe futhi khona la akazi ukwazi ukunikeza omunye umuntu ongeza ukwazi ukumsiza le mali le ayibeka la izosiza yena
sokushutha le
Kala nonke nawe
unothanda igama lami ngozame wangidi uma wami lo ngihleli naye uThembi wangidi njengoba nisibona nje siphelele sibayithunji sidlala iDokfela but asisidlale sokudla ngenxa ukuthi sibabili sigcina ukudla sekuningi kakhulu sesigcina sekonakala siyayithengela sisave sidlala lesi so eseyidebit sisave imali esikhona ukuyithengela ngoDisemba then nalokho nalesi sezinto ezimnandi siyadlala ke khona into enzo sidlala iDokfela siwe senzele ukuthi ngoDisemba nathi singayitholi sesihamba siyothenga ngemali ehlambe le encane sitholayo kuyi-income ingakho sigcina save nje unyaka wonke ukuthi sibe nemali ukuthi Disemba sinayo imali sinakho okuncane mhlambe singagcina ke kuyo le sisavile imali siyothenga i10 ye-rice 10 yempuphu nani lokho nje okulast isikhathi eside nje basiba 2 months nje uyaphela sidla 10 kg ye-rice so the twice ngazidlali ke sokudla indlela ezidlala ngayo ngicathi isystem ezidlala ngayo right but indlela yokubeka imali asikakayitholi kahle kwi-Stokvel ngoba indlela esisenza ngayo sisasaba ukuthi sithi makade sidlala imali sithathe soyifaka ebhenki cause mase kungabo December seniyokhipha imali zokuDecember mhlawumbe uthola ukuthi niyabanjwa niyagcina nisayithola imali yenu. So indlela esisenza ngayo kwamanje sathi masidlala sigcina imali as i-group ye-Stokvel sihlukaniselana ukuthi no wena phatha le engaka nawe phatha le engaka okugcina lokho kwazeka ukuthi noma thiwa iyalahleka kuwena vele uyazi ukuthi uma isifuneka noma kanjani uzoyikhokha. But uma ukuthi ubanjwe ukade uyikhipha ngoDecember ebhenki uma uthi ubanjiwe siyaluza kanjalo. Ama-challenges esingathi ke senawo ke ukuthi asazi sogcina sigcina kanjani.
Stokvel is just a mechanism that we can actually refer to as a self-help system. It is also a socialization mechanism where people who think alike, people who trust each other, people who get along, and people who have the same vision and goal get together and contribute a little bit of money for saving, to buy some goods or furniture, to build houses, or to actually buy property, because this is now the modern way. People are buying property together. We call it we are playing, because it has to have some aspect of fun. Because even though you find that the underpinning principle is to make money for us to live a better life, but we actually value the aspect of just socializing, helping each other, supporting each other. Just once in a lifetime, maybe once a month, we are looking forward to being together.
Stokvel is a small town in KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. It is situated in Umkhanyakude district under the municipality, the Big Five, Hlabisa municipality. These two communities, one is Makasa, normally referred to as Mdugu, and the second community is Mnqobokazi. Both these are tribal authorities. Both these communities actually share the same characteristics. Those characteristics are related to high levels of unemployment, especially for the youth. And something that stood out, especially with the Mnqobokazi community, was that most of the youth have gone up to grade 12. Others have managed to finish grade 12, but they are not actually proceeding to tertiary or proceeding to TVET colleges, because part of the infrastructure there is not sufficient. There isn't any of the vocational colleges. A few years back, men have been employed by Richards Bay, Empangeni, where you've got lots of industries. But those that actually remain in the communities are involved in sweet potato, because they've got large fields, are involved in cattle farming. And then, because of retrenchments from the bigger towns, most men actually went back home. Right? Some of them joined women in gardening, because women are involved in a lot of community gardens. Other than that, if they are not involved in any farming, they are just there with not much going on. Because even with the Stokvels, it's mostly women who are involved. So you'll find actually a lot of households there are also female-headed households. Right? So yeah, women in the area, even men, appreciate the fact that women actually keep those households and you know, in terms of livelihood.
Then we cannot live like that. That means this missing puzzle.
Yes, it's money from the social grants. That's the one that they actually use for Stokvels. Sometimes they will do selling in school gates or in clinic gates where they would actually sell small items, Simba chips, sweets, but you've got others who actually make out of the cowpea, which is an indigenous crop in the area. They would actually prepare fritters that they call bajing. And yes, and the Stokvels, that's what actually keeps them. And some are pensioners, of course, so they would actually roll that money.
You have many different types of communities, just like anywhere actually. And you know, in some villages, people are more prosperous, they are more industrious, they have access to, you know, better, more fruitful land. And in some other, it's not the case. What is very interesting is people understand that very well, and they adapt the system of Stokvel to this situation. So you have different kind of Stokvel for different kind of needs. So we met, for instance, a community where they use a Stokvel for things they don't have at home and they need to have for their household. While in the other village, you had different kind of Stokvel for investment, for agriculture. So that's also what is very interesting about Stokvel. It's the fact that it's flexible in the system itself. Different kind of Stokvels with different rules for different people. What is very interesting is that it fits everyone's needs.
Because as a middle class, we sort of also struggle with the same challenges. Remember, if we're talking about especially the Black African community, we have what we call black tax. When you have now made it or graduated and you are working, you are expected to pull the whole of the family members to also to make success. So this is one of the reasons why we also join Stokvels, because the Stokvels, they actually give us an opportunity to generate extra cash for a better life.
If you compare past practices, peer-to-peer lending, with Stokvel system in South Africa, they are based on mutual trust, and you cannot sustain trust if you don't know people. So really this system, you know, the past system, the Stokvel system, is the system that works the best for local communities. It's not a system for globalization.
Yes, it is the future, because even now we join and we're just making it better. Like, for example, in the rural areas, you find that they still use books, you know, for record keeping. For us, we are now using WhatsApp group, Facebook, to join and get things done, accountability, transparency immediately. You want money now, you get money now. However, what I really value about the Stokvel is keeping that unity, Ubuntu. Ubuntu, it's very, very important, because people are not talking to each other anymore. So with the Stokvel, you find a very good reason to talk to your neighbor and make friends. So we need to keep that one going and to learn how to keep each other, you know, in mind and help each other.
much trouble in the world now. So much trouble in the world. So much trouble in our world now. So much trouble in our world. So much trouble in our world now. Hey, hey. There's so much trouble in our world. Sibulala sodwa, ilanga lilalele. Sibulala sodwa, so much trouble in our world now. So much trouble in our world. So much trouble in the world. So much trouble in the world. We're killing each other. We're raping our children. We're killing each other. We're abducting our children. We're killing each other. We're raping our children. We're killing each other. So much trouble in the world.